Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Entitled Parents Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then please subscribe and click on notifications so you don't miss out on the fun. In our first story, an entitled grandmother gives our OP a heart attack by taking his son without letting him know. He gets his revenge by reorganizing her house. Let's jump right in. This is a story as a result of a PCS move, military move, back home, but still active duty and the flippery that ensues. I had served in both the regular Army and Special Operations Forces community for just over 10 years when an opportunity arose. It was an assignment in the middle of nowhere, but was near what I claimed to be my hometown, military brat. I would later find out that the job was horrible, but that has nothing to do with the story. We had been in small town USA for a couple of months. We were pretty much settled in. My wife and I were not exactly prepared mentally though. Both sets of grandparents, specifically grandmas, had been away from their grandchildren since they were born. They were like flies at the house for the first couple months. It was finally starting to subside when this happened. I should mention that my mom is different. At least I think she is. I have always been the independent type, and I rarely, if ever, call home. It's not because I don't love my parents or friends, I just don't feel the need to talk unless I really have something to say. I feel less of a need to call my mother. Generally speaking, don't expect a phone call from me. Why? She is scattered and typically has nothing useful to say. She likes to gossip, but she is the lady in the chain of gossipers that twists information and relays the wrong facts or tries to convince me of things. Typical phone calls from my mother are below. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Hey, what are you doing? Nothing? Remember Jim Bob? No. Yeah, you do. You went to the pool with him once while you were 6 months old, when we lived in Germany. Sorry, Mom, I don't remember Jim Bob. Yeah, you do. No, Mom, I don't remember him. Well, he died. Thought you would want to know. Dear reader, this happens all the time. I have spoken on the phone with her no more than 20 times in the last decade, and at least 10 people I don't know have died. Unrelated, but this is our last conversation. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Hi, you sound sleepy. What are you doing? Sleeping. Midday nap? No, it's 2 a.m. I am sleeping. First name, middle name, last name. What country are you in? Lebanon. What are you doing there? Army work. I called to tell you that random lady who used to watch you wrestle in high school passed away. Just thought you would want to know. Love you. Bye. I'm bad, but she worries. I have been injured in combat 3 times. I figure I will just tell her when I get back most times. Back to small town USA. It's a Saturday. I am looking forward to having some time off. My wife was a swing shift ICU nurse at the time, and she was at work. I was home with the crib midget, 2-year-old, and the miniature human, 6-year-old. It was just the men at the house. I had woken up, fed the humans, and plopped them down in the living room to watch Paw Patrol while I took a shower. I get the Army essentials and return feeling refreshed from the shower. I conduct another inventory and something is missing. Cake, the crib midget, 2-year-old, is missing. He is a bipedal monster, so I don't think much of it. I just ask Kelly, mini-human, 6-year-old, where his brother is. I get the typical shoulder shrug response. Great. I now have 3,200 square feet of house to work with. I will systematically check the house, either finding him in his room watching TV or exploring the cleaning products under the sink. The first sweep was unsuccessful. The second sweep was also unsuccessful. I now enlist the help of Kelly to find the speed demon. We are now about 10 sweeps in and I am panicking. I've talked to my wife many times on the phone. We have had the lost conversations. Babe, I lost my car keys. Do you know where they're at? Babe, I lost my army thing. Do you know where it is? No husband ever wants to call their wife and say, Babe, you know that bipedal toddler we have? Yeah, that one. Do you know where it's at? I was there though. The house we lived in was old. The locks on some of the doors were different, very old, and some were complicated to open. Cake could not penetrate the front door. It was just not physically possible. This dude is Houdini. He was an escape artist. I was at my wit's end. I had to call my wife. The conversation went exactly how anyone would expect it to go. She was worried, she was hysterical. There was no way I would ever hold that #1 dad coffee mug ever again. Flip. I did one last sweep under the direction of my wife, but it was now time to hand in my parent card and call the police. 911. Ring, ring, ring. 911, what is your emergency? I lost my son. Sir? You lost your child? Yes, I took a shower and now my 2-year-old is missing. I have checked the house and he is not here. What is your location, sir? I gave the address. What is your son wearing? Thomas the Tank Engine shirt, blue diaper. Where did you last see him? I have a very large bay window. Very large. Something caught my eye. The reflection of sunlight that bounces off cars screams through the window when they pass or park. A car had just parked in front of my house. It was my mother. Great. I am now about to have a mom conversation, and this is how it would play out in my head. This is in my head. It did not happen. Hey, Mom. Hey, remember that toddler I had? Yeah? Well, I lost him. Bye. I am dreading the fact that I have 911 on the line, and I am about to tell my mother the dreaded news. Then I see it. What was it? Cake, my flipping toddler. I kindly explained to 911 that I had found my human. Now I was only a bad father in the eyes of my wife and the entire dispatch center. I was seething with anger. I am a happy-go-lucky guy, super calm, even in firefights. I simply don't stress out about much. This was not the case. I go charging out of the house. What in the flip do you think you are doing? My mom is calm and shocked. What? I just went to the grocery store. With my child? You took my child. Yeah, I stopped by and asked if the boys wanted to go. Cake did. You flipping stole my kid, Mom. Stole my kid. My mom chuckles. No, I didn't. I asked. Cake wanted to go. Kelly didn't. I told Kelly to tell you. Side note. Paw Patrol is like a trance for your kids. The goddamn rapture could happen around kids while watching cartoons, and they are unaware. God flipping forbid the cable goes out though. Then the real chaos starts. I am a warfighter with 14 combat deployments. I have said Daddy doesn't want to watch Barney for the 20th time today exactly once. There are some fights that are just not worth it. You told Kelly. You told my 6-year-old to relay a message to me. You thought that would work. Did you make that message contingent on a toy because he didn't know where his brother was? Well, I told him, Mom, you stole my kid. Then she flipping said it. I am a grandma. I can take him. Mom, you stole my kid. Oh, I just took him. It's not called took, it's called kidnapping. Oh, I didn't kidnap him. You walked into the house, asked 2 children if they wanted to go, told one to relay a message to me. Why did you not ask or tell me? I screamed it out. I thought you knew. I lost my stuff. It went on and on with her trying to convince me of her point. I was not having it. I was beyond mad. I called my dad to get his opinion and he just laughed. Grandma is in trouble. She was leaving anyways. I couldn't kick her out. It didn't even concern her mentally. She was oblivious to the gravity and severity of the situation. I was not done yet though. It just so happened that this specific weekend was a 4-day weekend for me. I had the next 2 days off with the boys. My mom was unaware. She called on Sunday and asked what time I was dropping the boys off. Ding, light bulb moment. We had just adopted a new dog that was crate training. Let us capitalize on this. Do you think you can watch the boys at the house so you can take Lola out? I don't want her in the cage all day. Sure, I can do that. Great. Now my mom would be at my house from around 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Even better, my dad would be at work as well. D-Day, 0600. My mom arrives at the house, still oblivious that I was still angry. No worries. I now have 12 hours to work out my frustration. I depart the house and promptly arrive at her house, find the spare key, and let myself in. I reorganize everything. I mean everything. It didn't take long to do the living room. I moved the couch, I moved the love seat, I moved my father's chair, the coffee table, the TV. Everything gets rearranged. I even moved pictures from wall to wall and used sticky tack to hang them upside down or wonky. Moving into a new place can be a hassle during military moves. I love cooking. The kitchen and wood shop are my sanctuaries. It is such a pain in the butt to move into a new kitchen and get things where you want them. What's not a pain? Reorganizing someone's kitchen. Everything from top to bottom was reorganized. The powder room was close to the kitchen, so I put plates under the sink in the powder room and toilet paper in the kitchen drawers. Again, everything was moved. I worked my way through the house, ensuring that nothing was left untouched. The only room I didn't enter was the master bedroom. I am one of 3 siblings. They have sexed it up 3 times in my brain. I was not interested or mentally willing to flip with that room. I did, however, take great pride in her cricket room to ensure that I moved everything. My last act of flip you in the house was taking every single remote in the house. TV, DVR, cable, lights, you name it. If it was a remote, it was now in my possession. I then returned home at the normal time. The changeover was typical. She asked me how my day was, and let me tell you, it was a satisfying day of work for me. She acted as if the kidnapping event never happened. Well, she was about to be reminded that I didn't forget. It was time to crack a beer, play with the boys, and wait for that phone call. Ring, ring. My mom was calling. Remember, she is my mom. I love her, but she is different. Were you at the house today? What? Did you stop by the house today? I think we were robbed. I laughed. Robbed? Yeah, robbers typically move your stuff around. Yes, I stopped by the house. You rearranged the living room? My dad just gets home during the conversation. I hear my dad talking as he enters the house. What the flip? Carla, what the flip did you do to the house? I didn't do it. OP did. She is oblivious still, just looking at the living room. She laughs a bit and we conclude the conversation. Now I am baffled. Oh well. Ring ring. Where in the hell are my pots and pans? There is toilet paper under the kitchen sink. Toilet paper does not go there. God damn it, OP. Dad in the background. Where's the remote, Carla? I hooked everything back up. I just moved it. Things still worked. Carla, remote. My mother is now walking through the house. She arrives in her arts and crafts cricket room. First name, middle name, last name. What the hell did you do? I reorganized everything for you. Oh my God. Pause. Carla, where's the remote for the TV? Where are the remotes? Oh, I took them. I called out your name. I thought you heard me. She now explains to my father. Now there is hysterical laughter in the background. I am on my way over. She arrived at the house. I am willing to break bread and settle this under one condition. All you have to say is you are sorry for kidnapping my child and you won't ever do it again. I didn't. You want the remotes back? OP, I am sorry for kidnapping your kid and I will never do it again. I am sorry for kidnapping Cake and I will never do it again. Thank you. What time are you dropping the boys off tomorrow? I think you should come here until you figure out where your pots and pans are. See you at 6. Love you. Bye. And that's that. Military life is different, really different. I never thought in a million years I would live in my hometown and still be in the army. It was great at times. I was totally not expecting all the things that come with living in my hometown after being away for over a decade. The grandparents wanted to make up for years of not seeing them, and they did. There were obviously some learning struggles. Carla admitted defeat, and my dad eventually got his remotes back. Everybody won. She is still a bat-stuff crazy lady. I love her, but boy, is she different. Cheers. This is John from Slash Bash. I would really love to get to 10,000 subscribers, so if you can help me out in any way, I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.